So we'll check out some mushrooms that I left. If you remember an earlier video, I came in here and I was checking out an area that had chicken of the woods. And they were young specimens, so I left them alone. And what do I end up with? Well, let's find out. So you can see up top right there an outrageous fruiting of chicken of the woods. Now, I saw those last time I was in here, and I left them because I thought, you know what? And look at what has joined them on the left side of the tree. Look at this beautiful fruiting of hen of the woods. This is a nice size one. We got a lot of hen right here, and it's still moist. When you're harvesting hens, one thing you want to do is harvest them when they're moist. They can dry out. This one has still got that jello-y consistency. You can bang it, it jiggles. See, as I bang it, you got a little jiggle. This is perfect. And now, as I look up here to the other side of the tree, wow! Look at these. Are absolutely perfect for harvesting. There's no better than you're going to find right here. And look at them up there. I don't know how many of these I'm going to take, but I'm going to tell you what. This is beautiful. A beautiful fruiting of hen of the woods that are here because I left them alone. I didn't dig them off the tree. I said they were little. They were only about that big. And I left them here and I let them grow. And the result is a week later, literally a week later, we have this. So if you have a secret spot like I do, and you find mushrooms that are starting to sprout, give it a little time. Don't be jumping all over it. So taking the hen of the woods out of the ground where it was attached to the ash tree, we notice the salamander that has decided to use it as a home. We got to put this guy in a safe place, and he's going to enjoy himself over there. This is a moist mushroom that attracts guys like him. So when you go home, the key is to clean that thing out. Look for now. This is not a mushroom that's in bad shape at all. It's moist all over. It's probably only 4 days old. So what we're going to want to do with this is clean it up good. When we get home, put it in bags, and then we can freeze it. So when I left these, they were a little tiny nub on the tree. And now they're 8-10 inches across, perfect for harvest. So what I'm going to do is use the knife, and I can really take most of this mushroom. I don't have to just take the outside of it. And I'll be taking these to harvest and enjoy. But I'm going to leave those guys up there. Maybe I'll just take a couple of them. But I got chicken right here. It's going to keep me in the feed for a while. Jealous? Go find yourself a secret spot. Ash, oak, cherry, maple, hardwood trees. That's where you find chicken of the woods. You got to get out and you got to walk around a little bit and look for aged hardwood too. An area with dead wood on it is always helpful. And now that I know these are here, you know what I also know? I know they're going to be here every year. I made a video last winter where I found a hen of the woods on the other side of this tree, and that hen of the woods was by. I couldn't harvest, but I knew there was going to be another one available this year. I hope there would be. And if not this year, next year. They're going to come to the same areas, probably because of spores. And what makes a mushroom grow, who really knows? Everything's got to be just right. And it's interesting because here in the Northeast, we've had dry weather for the last 3-4 weeks. So I wonder if these are somehow getting forced because of that. So you can see a harvest right here where we've got a hen and 2 of the chickens. And you can see what I did was I left the smaller fruits on the bottom of the tree right here. And it's really amazing when you harvest these things. You can see the mushroom sap coming out. Now, I didn't disturb the smaller ones. I left these. I cut them off. And there's still some fruiting that's going to go on here. I'm leaving those. I'm not taking them. I could go up that tree pretty easy. And those are a little older than the ones here. These are just perfect. But these guys are spored out. And letting them spore out in here with all of the dying beech trees. You can see dying beech trees everywhere. That's going to be good for later. And if you look up here on the top of this cherry, do you see way up there, there's a chicken up there? Now, I'm not going to get that, but that's going to send its spores out. So this area that I'm in right now will be looking at chickens for years to come that are going to descend from these beautiful, beautiful chickens that we're leaving behind. And again, when in the presence of plenty, you're on the ocean, you're catching fish. Some people get like addicted. They just keep every fish they can. They throw them in the cooler and they bring them home and they line them up on the dock and they say, look at what I got. And then they end up giving them away to their neighbors, or they put them in the freezer, they get freezer burn, they throw them out. Learn to responsibly harvest from the environment around you. You don't need to take everything. In fact, it'll be good for you to learn to leave things behind. And I'm not a pay it forward guy, but pay it forward. How about that? There's other people out there besides you. In my book, I'd like to see a foraging license so that we put money back in to acquire more land. Here in the state of Massachusetts, I pay for a hunting license and a fishing license. I'd like to see other people that use my outdoors pay their fair share. Oh, I pay my taxes on it. Come on. But the point is, I'm excited, and I know I'm going to have chickens out here for years to come.